Alright, listen up. We got Bullet Bob on one. Y'all hear me? We got Bullet Bob on one. Big Bill on two. Sassy Sparrow on three. Rowdy Raj on four. Ringo Kid on five. EIT on six. Hand judging. We got Diamond Jim, Cajun Greg, Run Fat Man Run, Six Killer, Wildfire, and Great River.
Hello, can you hear me now?
It would probably be useful. Yeah, better than bang.
Hello, yeah, there you go, got that working, all right.
I got my three, you're on four, right? Right?
What's your name? Sassy Sparrow, you're on three.
Hello, yeah, we hear that.
Way down here. You and me? Yeah.
Don't even get to warm up.
Okay, I need a range master. Hojo, you got the range?
I got the range, make it big.
Hojo's got the range, here we go.
Alright, we got a hand judge, we got the shooters on the line. Shooters, load and make ready.
Load and make ready.
Shooting 2X format.
2X. No, wide.
Range master. Holster your guns. Holster your guns. Hands off guns, down range.
Yeah, I might get it.
You don't, I will. Alright, range is hot, safe to handle your guns. Continue to load.
There was an extra lid
Alright, my hand judges are seated. Good luck, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Line's ready, here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got enough time on 1, 2. Down here on 3, I have a 6-11. On lane 4, I have a 9-60. On lane 5, I have a 5-4-2. No time on lane 6.
Got a hand up on 3.
Got a hand up on 3.
Hands off guns. Alright, got a gun out. Stand by. Hands off guns. Down range, check target 3. Hand judge.
I'm going to check target 3.
Yep, right there. See it? 8 o'clock.
Good hit on 3. Line is hot, safe to handle guns.
Nice shot.
Our gunfighters, here we go. Line is ready.
Here we go. Shoot on the line. Shooter set. All right, down here on lane 1, I got a 338. I have no time on 2 or 3. On lane 4, I have a 9-34. No time on 5 or 6.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. We're going to command. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 334 on lane 1. On lane 2, I have a 644. No time 3 or 4. On lane 5, I have a 535. And on lane 6, I have a 728.
Line is ready.
Here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I have no time on lane 1. On lane 2, I have a 5-10. No time on 3, 4, 5, or 6. What are my scores, Squirrel?
We got 2 to 1, 1 to 1,
And that's after how many shots?
That is number 4.
That's number 4. Here comes number 5.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Here comes the command. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a no time on lane 1. On lane 2, I have a 593. No time on 3, but on 4, I have a 717. On 5, I have a 567, and no time on 6.
So that is round to Rowdy Raj and to Ringo Kid.
Round to Rowdy Raj and Ringo Kid. You guys can unload and show clear. And here on 1 and 2, we are tied up. After 5.
Sticking for 1 and 2. All others free. Line is ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, that's a 347 on lane 1. That bullseye, and a 541 on lane 2, but that's going to give Bullet Bob rotation. Unload and show clear.
All right, hands off guns. Down to range 1 and 6.
All right, Wildfire.
And judges.
Hand judges, we got the Smoke Wagon Kid, Moonshine Jack.
No, thank you. No,
I used to be a general. I'm a
I'm a child. Let's keep it PG. I'll push you.
You're a child.
Hey! Thank you. All right, we got the Smoke Wagon Kid, Moonshine Jack, Texas Tornadoes, Mojo, Blue Eagle, and Mammal Marshall.
Are you doing the jackpot shoot?
Mammal Marshall, hand judge.
We need either a hand judge or a range man.
Yeah, can we get a volunteer hand judge?
Volunteer hand judge on 4. On 4.
Is that me on 4?
No, that's him. That's him.
You got it.
All right, I got my hand judges. I got the shooters on the line. Shooters, load and make ready.
Load and make ready.
All right, I got my hand judges are seated. Good little gunfighters, here we go. Line is
Line's
ready.
ready. Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. No time down the line. Lane 5 with a 707. That's where you do it. You hit the target.
Wildfire, take him out. Come on, Wildfire. No mercy.
You hit the target. That's how you do it.
Line is ready.
Line is ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. No time on lane 1, but I have a 513 on lane 2. Now down here on lane 3, I have a 330. No time, 4, 5, or 6.
Line is ready.
Line is ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
Oh,
All right, got no time on lane 1. But I have a 647 on lane 2. On lane 3, I have a 341.
Come on, Wild.
On lane 4, I have a 337. No time 5 or 6.
Okay. You're doing well.
Line is ready.
Line's ready.
That's
That's
10 with an
command. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
That is good.
No time down the line. That was number 4.
Our score is knock to 2.
Knock 2.
1 to 1.
1 to 1.
And 1 to knock.
And 1 to knock. If they're knocked 2 up here, then Diamond Jim can't beat him. Unload and show clear.
Oh, is it?
Sure, Greg.
All right, 1 and 2 freeze. This is 4. 3, 4, 5, and 6. My line is ready.
Line's ready. Here comes command.
All right,
Shooter
buddy.
on the line.
Good to see
Shooter
you.
set.
Yay!
37 on lane 5. No extra on 6.
That's round for Wildfire.
That's round for Wildfire. That's round for Wildfire. We'll still shooting on 3 and 4. Tied at 1 on 3 and 4.
One out of none.
All right, 3 and 4 freeze. 1 and 2 freeze. This is, I'm correction, 5 and 6 freeze. 1 and 2 freeze. This is 4. 3 and 4. Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 346 on lane 3. No extra on lane 4. That's going to give the round to lane 3. Run, fat man. Unload and show clear.
All right, hands off guns.
Down
Range
range.
tank, 1 and 6.
Yay!
You are in the not text today. It's not official. You're the very last person.
Did you hear what that fellow said about my name? Yeah. Here's that. You need wax and all.
Saying what y'all are inaccurate, right?
Hold on just a minute. Where is 6 Killer and 1 Kevin? You were on lane 3?
Yes.
Okay, I had you on 4.
Okay, hang on. We need to get some scoring straight, and then we'll call some hand judges.
We can go ahead and get a range master, because I got to shoot.
I need a range master.
All right, we'll step off the range and get my ammo.
All right, so up next we've got Smoke Waiting Pit on 1, Moonshine Jack on 2, Texas Tornado, Hojo. Lane 5, we need Blue Eagle. Signing, okay, I didn't see you. All right, so hand judging, we got Brother Fred on 1, Bailey Boy on 2, Texas Rose on 3, Gentleman George on 4, Cutie Kate on 5, and we need a volunteer hand judge, please.
That was set up, I believe.
It's the way that y'all signed in.
You're done, Tom.
All right, how do you take them?
We got a volunteer hand judge on 4.
No, we got it. Yeah, you can go ahead. It's on 6. All right, gunfighters, load and make ready.
Load and make ready, gunfighters.
Well, I've been practicing for all week.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. The line is ready.
Line's ready, come to command. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. No time, no time, no time. Down here on lane 4, I have a 568. No time, 5 and 6.
All right, the line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got no time 1 on 2. I have 8:44. No time 3 or 4 on 5. I have what is that, an 8:43? Yep, that's what that is. And down here on lane 6, we have a no time.
All right, and the line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. There's lane 1, got a time. I didn't know if that target worked or not. But yeah, we got a 4:43 down there. No time 2, 3, 4. Down here on lane 5, I have 8:24. No time on 6.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Here comes your command. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. No time down the
We're
line.
gonna do brown for Blue Eagle.
Round for Blue Eagle.
And then the other two, we're at 1 to 1, and then 0 to 1, and this is our 5th shot.
This going up
No,
at the
this
fifth.
All right, 5 and 6 freeze. This is for 1, 2, 3, and 4. The line is ready.
All right. Here we go. This is your 5th shot. Here we go. You ready, Grandmaster? Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 4:47 on lane 1 and an 8:68 on lane 2. No time on 3 and a 6:07 on lane 4.
So that is rounds to the smoke wagon kid and Hojo.
Round the smoke wagon, round the Hojo, unload the show clear. All right, I'm gonna need y'all to turn around and hand judge, guys. Don't wander off. Turn around and hand judge for us.
Who has the range?
Diamond Jim has the range right now.
Diamond Jim had it.
I'm good. I have the range.
Oh,
He's still here.
okay, I will,
Hey, hands off, guns down range. 1 and 6, restart.
we're gonna do the buy first, and then we're gonna do, so the first shot, 1 and 2, we're gonna stand easy.
Connor?
What, you get a little boost, are you?
That's what it is. Okay.
You have that 3/4 of an inch.
Who's my shooter on lane 1?
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
You will.
Hang
Brother
on.
Fred is on
Diamond
1.
Jim on 1.
Come on.
Brother Fred's on 1, Bailey's on 2.
What's he doing?
We're actually gonna, 2 Gun Tom's little card got stuck, so 2 Gun Tom, please come on 6. We're gonna put you there with QDK.
All right, so we don't have a buy.
We don't have a buy.
We don't have a buy. How about that?
All right, you hand
All right, we got hand judges, we got shooters. All right, gunfighters, load and make ready.
Low and ready. Somebody ought to sing a song about that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get her done.
Let's get her done.
All right, gunfighters, here we go. The line is ready.
Here we go, the line's ready, shooters on the line. Shooter, set. All right, I got no time on line 1. On line 2, I have a 596. I have no time on lane 4. On lane 5, I have a 493. And on lane 6, I have a 568.
Y'all are gonna have to excuse us. We are not used to a 6-lane range.
6-lane range is confusing
They
me.
do. We only shoot 4 lanes at our club, so.
Ran out of fingers on your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, run out of fingers, yeah.
You have to use the
All
other.
right, the line is ready.
Line's ready, here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter, set. Now you see, it's easy to call that one because I got nothing all the way down the line.
There you go.
Two-gun Tom down there on lane 6. Have you met Cutie Cats?
Yeah, they were back here last year.
Yeah, that's right, okay.
She might have.
Yeah.
All right, and the line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter, set. Oh, I got no time. 1, 2, 3. Down there on lane 4, I have a 620. No time on 5. 645 on lane 6. What's my score look like, Squirrel?
0 to 0, 1 to 1, and 1 to 1. And this is, we're coming up onto our 4th shot.
This is our 4th shot coming up. Not to not, 1 to 1, and 1 to 1.
All right, the line is ready.
Line's ready, here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter, set. Hardly got no time on lane 1. Down here on lane 2, I have a 443. No time 3, 4, or 5. But here on lane 6, I'm looking at a 608.
All right,
This is your 5th shot coming up, gentlemen and ladies, and all you folks.
line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter, set. Well, I got no time on lane 1 or 2, but down here on lane 3, I have a 6, 7, 2. No time 4, 5, or 6.
That is round to Bailey Boy, Texas Rose, and 2-gun Tom.
Round the Bailey Boy, 2 Texas Rose, and 2-gun Tom.
All right, hands up, son, stay on range. 1 and 6, 3 stars.
All right, give her a moment to draw around.
Feel bad picking up on that poor little girl. I feel ashamed. Where's your other gun? It's Fred. I know it's going to be good. Two-gun Tom. I know. It's one gun Tom today. So the other day he used to coach little kid.
Big Kyle with red, always big Kyle. He hates that. He hates that, man. He goes, funny now. He was looking at me and I thought, oh, man. He goes, no, I'm giving him my head. He would make slaves, wouldn't he? Oh, yeah. That's baby, not baby, 7 to 11. It is. It's a hard baby.
They said there wouldn't be a body. No, because the forest. behind somebody and you needed it out.
And
Now we took advantage of that poor lady. It's cool. They turned off.
Except at work, and I would take care of it. This is a while. You know, I saw you at the gas, and now we said, why not, sir? Yeah, you get, and this has been a long time. Anyway, so I said, oh, what's wrong? Yeah. And I said, oh, yeah, because I saw there. You get a conscious word. You're like, oh, and I said, oh, you must have seen it with me.
what do you mean? You might have two of them.
Well, I'll get you next time. I'm sure they'll be
Listen up.
Alright, on lane 1 we've got Blue Eagle. On 2, Hojo. 3, we've got Bailey Boy. 4, we've got the Smoke Wagon Kid. Lane 5, we've got Six Killer. And lane 6, we've got Bullet Bob.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely.
Okay. Hand judging.
I don't know why.
Hand judging. We got Cajun Greg on 1, Riley Raj on 2, Texas Rose on 3, Two Gun Tom on 4, Wildfire on 5, and Ringo Kid on 6.
Seriously, y'all can't hear me? Huh? Can't hear her. Amazing. Almost.
It's very basic.
Yeah.
I'll take the range.
Somebody's got the rain. Looks like Green River's got the rain.
All right, we got shooters and hand judges. Load and make ready.
Look up. Make my gentlemen load and make ready. The grand's been given.
Hello, lady. How are you? I'm good.
All right, shooters, hand judges down. Here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
It's good to see you.
Well, that was easy to score. That shot counted. That's number 1. Now was a warning shot. That was a Indian 6, Cowboys nothing.
All right, shooters, here we go. Line ready.
Here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. There we go. Now we got some hit. I got an 8-17 on lane 1, but that 6 flat was waiting for it. No time 3 or 4 down here on line 5. I have a 3-26. No time on 6.
All right, shooters, here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Here comes your command. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, down here on lane 1, I have an 855. On lane 2, I have an 866. No time 3 or 4. Down here on lane 3, on lane 5, I have a 344. And on lane 6, I have a, what is that? 5 is a pole. I hate to hear that. That's a good time.
This is a good time, just in the wrong spot.
Lane 6 is
All right, shooters, here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. There we go. We got a lot of good hits there. I got a 904 on lane 1, but that 590 there on lane 2 had already hit the target. No time on 3. A 397 on lane 4. Down there on lane 5, I've got a 330. And no time on 6. We got any round elimination? Round to Hojo. Unload and show clear.
All right, 1 and 2, freeze. 3 through 6. Here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, down here at lane 3, I have a 379. On lane 4, I have a 410. And on lane 5, I have a 323. That's round to 6 killer. 3 and 4 were tied at 1. How many shots is this? That was number 5.
What's the score at 5?
1-1. They're tied at 1. This is a hateful 8. They got 3 shots to break the tie.
All right, shooters, here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, that was shot number 6. Still tied at 1-1. Next blinking light wins it. Now if they get to 8 and they hadn't done it yet, they both get an F. Oops. I hate it when it happens.
I know, I was like, go get them.
Kill them all.
That's right.
I mean, unless it's me, and then it's a horrible.
It is a whole different story.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Line ready.
Here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. That was shot number 7.
Time 2 nooses.
Oh my. Are the bullets coming out of the barrel?
Go, baby boy.
Now there's no pressure here, none at all.
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. No time on 3, but a 446 on 4.
That's the smoke wagon.
Win the smoke wagon.
All right, hands on go. 6 down racing.
So our next hand judges are going to be Brother Fred, Moonshine Jack, Texas Tornado, Mammal Marshall, EIT, and Sassy Sparrow. Mammal Marshall, you're on
'Cause I need a shooter on 4. That must be you. Looks like that guy there.
All right, we got shooters and hand judges. Load, make ready.
If we have our own ammo, use your own. Just whatever. I don't care.
It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
Yeah.
But it's dirty.
It should be easier to ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, right?
I helped load. I helped them load. Yeah, they feel You ready?
You're just making an ammo box lighter for him. That's all.
That's what I'm talking
He ought
about.
to think. All right, shooters, hand judges are down. Here we go.
Here we
Line
go.
ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. I got no time on lane 1. On lane 2, I have an 8. 0, 5. No time. 3, 4, 5. Down on lane 6. I have a 5. 24.
Here we go, shooters. Line ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
Whether or not I get the right names on everybody is a whole other thing, but I recognize it.
Here we go down here on line 1. I have a 5, 5, 4. No time on 2. On 3, I have a 5, 9, 0. No time on 4. On 5, I have a 6, 5, 3. No time on 6.
But I spent all day with you and thought your name was Ricochet because you were the first scorekeeper. Yeah.
And that was what, the third shot? That was number 2. All
All right,
right,
here we go. Line ready.
here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
That time I met you was my very first shoot.
All right, down here on lane 1, I have a 5, 3, 0. On lane 2, I have a 7, 4, 3. On lane 3, I have no time. On lane 4, I have a 5, 8, 8. On lane 5, I have a no time. And on 6, I have a 5, 4, 3.
Here we go, shooters. Line ready.
Line's ready. Return your command. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I have no time on 1. On lane 2, I have a 766. On lane 3, I have a 573. No time on 4. On lane 5, I have a 663. And on lane 6, I have a 5, 4, 5. That's round the Ringo.
And on 1 and 2, we're at 2 to 2. And then on 3 and 4, we're at 2 to 1.
Not recently.
That's how many shots?
One shot.
We're going into the 5th shot.
Go on the 5th shot.
Good shot. Here we go. Line ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. Well, that's round the Cajun Red with 564. And round the Texas Rose with a 605.
right, hands off guns, 1 and 6, downrange.
Well, it is when I'm here.
I like that. I like that. That fits you to a T.
All right, hand judges on lane 1. I got Big Bill.
I love that paint job.
Judy Kate on 2. Run Fat Man on 3. Diamond Jim on 4. Green River on 5. Silver George on 6. Take a seat, gentlemen. We're going to need a range master.
Yeah, I quit.
Do this job.
I hope.
Who's my hand judge on 2? Judy Kate.
Hey,
Judy Kate.
and judge.
And judge at 2. All right, guys, listen up. When y'all be through shooting, just turn around and hand judge the fellow behind you.
All right, I got my hand judges. I got my shooter standing on the line. Shooter loaded, make ready.
Load, get ready.
All right, my hand judges are down. Good luck, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, we got a little time on lane 1. I have about 10:49 on lane 2. And on lane 3, I have a 497. No time, 4, 5, or 6.
Line is ready.
Line is ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, got no time on lane 1. I have an 898 on lane 2. No time on 3. But a 378 on lane 4. No time on 5 or 6.
And then you'll hit it. I guarantee you.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 434 on lane 1. On lane 2, I have an 810. On lane 3, I have a 525. On lane 4, I have no time. On lane 5, I have a 769. And on lane 6, I have a no time.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, on line 1, I have no time. On line 2, I have 85. No time. 3, 4. On line 6, I have a 734. Brown, the Moonshine Jack, he's unloading show clear.
All right, 1 and 2 freeze. This is
1 and 2, please. Here we
3,
go.
4, 5, and 6. The line is ready.
Here we go. Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got no time on 1 and 2. On lane 3, I have a on 4. On lane 5, I have a 7.
That's round of Texas Tornado and EIT.
All right, guys.
Turn around and hand judge.
Clear to turn around and hand judge the fellow behind you.
All right. Hands off guns. Hands off guns. Down range, roll target.
He doesn't move either. He doesn't even move.
You don't even care.
I need a volunteer hand judge.
Volunteer hand judge.
On 4.
On number 4.
Sir, I got my hand judges. Shooters, load and make ready.
Load, make ready, man. Go get it.
All right, my hand judges are seeing it. Good luck, gunfighters. Here we
Hand judges down, the
go.
line is ready.
Line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got a 609 on lane number 1, no time on 2. 353 on lane 3, and no time on 4, 5, and 6.
I got a hand up on 3.
A hand up on 3.
Hands off guns. All right, hand off guns. Down range, check target 3. Hands
Hands
up.
off your guns, going down range to check the target.
No hit on 3.
No hit on 3.
Range is hot. Safe handle guns. All right, my hand judges are down. Here we go, gunfighters. Line is ready.
Line ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. We got a 609 on lane 1, no time. 2, 3, 4, 5. And a 548 on lane number 6.
Big Joe, let's see 609 for the right.
If you hit a third. Line is ready.
Line ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Got a 642 on lane 1 and a 493 on lane number 2. No time on 3. 527 on lane 4. 623 on lane 5 and no time on 6.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 523 on lane 5, no time on 2. 348 on lane 3 and no time. 4, 5, and 6. Round of elimination to the big bill.
The scores on 3 and 4 is 21 and 5 and 6. And this is our fifth shot. Like coming into the good.
Line up number 1, 3, and 4. And number 1, 5, and 6.
All right, 1 and 2 freeze. This is for 3, 4, 5, and 6. My line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. Got no time on 3 and 5 and 6 on lane number 4. 340 on lane 5 and 535 on lane number 6. Round of elimination to Green River and Diamond Jim.
Hands off guns. Down range. Roll
Hands on your guns, down range, check the tank target.
I really got this. Believe you got
There you go.
Maybe it'll be the first round.
He's gun free, I can tell.
Okay, shooting on lane 1, we got Paige Greg on lane 2, Hojo. Lane 3, Texas Road. Lane 4, Ringo Kid. Lane 5, 6 Killer. Lane 6, Smoke Wagon. Hand judging on lane 1, we got Bullet Bob. Hand judging lane 2, we got Texas Tornado. Lane 3, Bailey Boy. Hand judging on lane 4, Moonshine Jack. Lane 5, EIT, and hand judging on lane 6, Rowdy Rod.
I didn't hear any part of that.
Shooting on lane 1, we got Paige Greg. On lane 2, Hojo. Shooting on lane 3, we got Texas Road. Lane 4, Ringo Kid. Shooting on lane 5, 6 Killer. Shooting on lane 6, the Smoke Wagon. Hand judging lane 1, Bullet Bob. Hand judging lane 2, Texas Tornado. Hand judging lane 3, Bailey Boy. Hand judging lane 4, Moonshine Jack. Hand judging lane 5, EIT. Hand judging lane 6, Rowdy Rod. I need a volunteer on the mic.
I tap out now.
Range master, the range please, range master.
Got a range master?
Need a range master. Range master, got it.
Will got it? Okay, it's load and make ready.
All right, the load and make ready command has been given.
You will be.
I did it on purpose.
Can you hear me down there okay?
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 495 on one, commands round two. No times on three, four comes in with 529. No times on 5 or 6.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here are your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. 541 on one. Beating out that 577 on two. No time on three, four comes in with a 501. No time on 5 and 6 comes in with a 419.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set. No time on one. Two finds it with a 585. No time on 3 or 4. 5 comes in with a 362. Edging out that 4 on 6. After 3 shots, the match ends 2-1, not to 2, and 1-1.
Line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set.
Yep.
No time on one. 2 comes in at 573. We have a 769 on 3, not fast enough for that 527 on 4. We have a 324 on 5, beating out that 417 on 6. That was your 4th shot, and the match ends 2-2. Round elimination of Ringo Kid on lane 4, and 2-1 on 5 and 6.
All right, this is for lane 1 and 2, 5 and 6 only. The line is ready.
All right, shooters, here come your commands. Shooters on the line. Shooters, set.
Hi, I've been to town.
5-5-8-1, no answer on 2. We have a 357 on 5, no answer on 6. Around the Cajun Greg on 1 and 6-4 on 1.
Skiller, you're gonna have to hit more than 6 to get above the bottom from now on. They don't count that way.
All right, the next set of hand judges, Blue Eagle on 1, 2 guns on 1,
You gotta be above.
4, Big Bell on 5, Wild Card on 6. Again, Blue Eagle on 1, Two, River on 3, Diamond Jim on 4, Big Bell on 5, and Wild Card on 6, and I need an announcer. Need an announcer or volunteer on...
Alright, I need Green River up here. Diamond Jim, I need Big Bill and Wildfire up here.
Oh my God. the toad truck is ready. You got the your phone, doctor.
Did you hear what that fellow said about Donnie?
He's surprised me. I wasn't ready for it. How are you?
Green River's on what?
Green River is on 3. My bad. I told you wrong.
We got our hand judge, we got the shooters on the line. Shooters, load and make ready.
Load and make ready, command's been given.
All right, sit down. I'm gonna give you things, sure.
All right, my hand judges are seated. Good luck, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Okay, so she's changing school.
Long light, we got no time on 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got a 7:65 on lane 5 and no time on 6.
Take one at a time.
Sit down.
Okay, fine.
Line is ready.
Hand judges are down. The line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No time on 1 up, 5:01 on lane 2. 4:07 beating out the 9:50 on lane 3 and 4. No time on 5 and an 8:08 on lane 6.
It's not in here. It's in a red.
Line is ready.
Bag over there somewhere.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Must be up
That's
there.
fine, that's fine. That's fine. No, they're not.
We got a no time on 1 up, 5:19 on lane 2. 4:39 on lane 3. 8:35 on lane 4. And no time. 5 and 6.
I don't feel so good.
You're putting them fat guy in Texas.
Line is ready.
All right.
Line's ready.
No, I'm not.
Shooters on the line.
I've had all kinds of.
Shooters set.
The only scheduled event, any.
We got a 371 on lane 1. Beating out the 554 on lane 2. No time on 3 and 4. An 866 on lane 5. And a 796 waiting on lane number 6.
Okay, so our score is 1 to 2.
I don't.
1
Mainly boys wins because they catch up. Yeah.
That's round of elimination to Bailey Boy. We're at lane 3.
Baby boy!
It just does. So I'm stopping walking. Don't worry about it. Okay. That's okay. I'm gonna go buy 8 pairs.
All right, 3 and 4 freeze. This is for 1 and 2, 5 and 6. Line is ready.
1, 2, 5, and 6. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. 370 on lane 1. No time on 2. We got a 735 on lane 5 and a 930 on lane 6.
So that means both are tied, so we're gonna go into the 6th shot. Yeah.
2 to 2 and 2 to 2.
Line is ready.
And judges are down. The line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got a 345 on lane 1. No time. 2. Got a 753 on lane 5. And a 7:36. Picnic on lane 6.
So Rowdy Raj and then Bullet Bob.
Round of elimination took Bullet Bob and Rowdy Raj.
All right, hands off guns, down range.
Hands off your gun, downrange, pack the target. Bullet Bob. We need volunteer hand judges everywhere.
Someone help me.
Got a volunteer on
Union
1.
scale for hand
Need a
judges.
volunteer on 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Need one more volunteer.
You got to sign through the hole.
Anybody?
Volunteer on
Everybody
2.
rush up all at once. We need
Volunteer
one
on
volunteer.
2.
I don't have a hat on.
There you
We
go.
don't care.
You don't care?
We don't care. We just need your body sitting there and being there.
All right, got my hand judges in place. Shooters on the line. Shooters load, make ready.
Load, make ready, command's been given.
Fellas coming and visiting, shooting, if I do good, that's good, if I don't, maybe next time. It's like coming and seeing you. There's only one photo shop.
All right, my hand judges are down. Good luck, gunfighters. Here we go. Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line.
Yeah, what, a drill?
Shooters set.
Oh, yeah?
That's kind of scary.
No time on 1, a 5.58 on lane 2. It's no time. 3, 4, 5, or 6.
I'm not dead.
Clean, baby.
Line is ready.
That's just personal.
And judges are down. The line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. We got an 8.63 on lane 1, but a 5.89 was waiting on it on lane 2. No time on 3 and a 4.97 on lane 4. No time on 5 and 6.
Line is ready.
Oh, me neither.
And the line is ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
And I can't hit one.
Got 8.37 on lane 1, no time on 3 and 4. 6.40 on lane 5 and no time on 6.
Line is ready.
Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. No time on 1, got a 6.17 on lane 2. 3.28 on lane 3. No time on 4 and 5. And a 7.18 on lane 6.
I just hadn't made it over to my gun bag.
Round to 2 gun Tom.
Round of elimination, 2-gun Tom.
And then on 1 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, we don't know the line. And this is our 5th shot.
Tied up 1 to 1 everywhere else, going into the 5th shot.
1 and 2 freeze. This is for 3, 4, 5, and 6.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
I still have mine.
Got no time for 3 and 4. Got a 5.79 on lane number 5 and a 6.30 on lane 6.
I was actually amazed. We're doing a marathon here.
That's round of elimination to Big Bill.
I feel like one of them statue guys in the mall.
And then we're still shooting here.
Still tied up
All right,
on
5 and 6 freeze. This is for 3 and 4. My line is ready.
Shooters on the line. Shooters set. Got no time, 3 and 4, going into the going into shot 7.
Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set.
Is this where dinner is?
Got no time on 3 and a 5-5-6 on lane number 4. Extra round of elimination to Diamond Jim.
Heads off gun, down range thing.
Hands off your gun, down range, takes targets.
It's across from Proctor's
It looks like it.
I don't think George would be a good.
That's good. Yeah, make some money. So that's me. Oh no. He's still here. Sitting on only good at
All right, shooting on lane 1, we got Big Bill. Lane 2, shooting, Two Gun Tom. Shooting on lane 3, Rowdy Raj. Shooting on lane number 4, Bullet Bob. Shooting, lane 5, Big Killer. Shooting, lane 6, Bailey Boy. Hand judging. On lane 1, hand judging, we got Diamond Jim. Hand judging on lane 2, the Smoke Wagon. Hand judging, lane 3, Ringo Kid. Hand judging, lane 4, Hojo. Hand judging on lane 5, Texas Rose. And hand judging on lane 6, Agent Greg.
You can.
I mean, it, you know.
All right, load and make ready.
Load and make ready command's been given. Let's get this done. We're on one page now. All right. This is it, huh?
All right, when you get through shooting, just turn around and be a hand judge.
Turn around, be a hand judge. We're getting down to the bitter end.
All right, listen to
The bitter end.
you. You get a miss already because you're wearing a baseball hat.
I've divided up the prize money, got it in my pocket.
So it's 1 to 0 on 3 and 4.
Here we go.
All right, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. I got no time on lane 1. On lane 2, I have a 5.73. On lane 3, I have a 7.82. No time 4, 5, or 6.
Come on, guys. Come on, peacemakers.
All right, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. On lane 2, I have a 5.87. On lane 3, I have a no time. On lane 4, I have a 3.46. On lane 5 and 6, no time.
All right, guys, deep breath. Here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. Oh, look at here. Now, this is going to take a minute. On lane 1, I have a 6.56. On lane 2, I have a 6.61. On lane 3, I have a 8.43. On lane 4, I have a 3.71. On lane 5, I have a 3.65.
Wow.
And on lane 6, I have a 3.91. All the shooters hit all at the same time.
All right, nice job. All right, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. I got enough time on 1 or 2. Down here on lane 3, I have a 7.43. On lane 4, I have a 3.43. On lane 5, I have a 3.63 and no time on 6. What score look like, Squirrel? 1 to 2. Bullet Bob took that one.
And then we're at 2 to 1, which means 6 killer is taking that
All
right.
right, 1, 2, 5, and 6. Here we go.
No, sorry. 2 to 9 down there, so 6 killer took that one. It's just 1 and 2.
All right, 1 and 2. All right, here we go.
Here we
Line's
go.
ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I have a 5.48 on lane 1. No answer on 2. What does that do to the score?
Ties it up, and we're going into shot number 6.
Ties it up, and we're going into shot number 6. Battling it out down here on 1 and 2. All right, guys, if your shot don't run off, you need your hand judge.
You found it that time. All right, 1 and 2. You ready? Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. On lane 2. Hey guys, I want y'all to turn around. We want a picture of that. Because we're gonna take a picture of that. Woo. Got it.
Here's our feelings, 1 and 6.
right those targets. Okay, guys. We're getting down.
All right, turn around with a hand, Judge. Good shot.
All right. Turn around and hand, Judge. Let's get this done.
Remember, you want to jump in on it.
We're at 5.
All right, shooters, load and make ready.
We'll load them up. Make them ready, shooters. Here we go.
All of them one, so we'll cut it by 3.
This has the way I want it to go. We're going to have 6 winners after this.
If they all have 1 X, it's going to go the way you want. All right, everybody ready? The line is ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. That counted, guys and gals. That one counted.
Is it going the way you wanted
We'll see. I'll let you know in a little bit.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
Wow.
There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. On lane 1, we have a 663. On lane 2, we have a 396. On lane 3, I have a 626. On lane 4, I have a 549. On lane 5, I have a, what is that, a 612? Yeah, that's what that is. And down there on lane 6, I have a 507. You get them all scored? Hang on, scorekeepers. Scorekeepers got to write all these scores down. Okay. Stand easy for a second.
Anybody want to sing a song or anything?
There you go.
Look around, huh?
All right, George, we're good.
All right, here we go. Line is ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. Wow, look here. Okay, ready squirrel on lane 1, I have no time. On lane 2, I have a 390. On lane 4, I have a 501. I'm sorry, on lane 3, I have a 510. On lane 4, I have a no time 5, a no time, and on 6, I have a 5.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooters set. All right, down here on lane 1, I have a 740. On lane 2, I have a 458. That's round elimination of smoke wagon. On lane 3 and 4, I have no time. On 5, I have a no time. And on lane 6, I have a 553. And that's round to Cajun Greg. Cajun Greg can unload and show clear. We're still shooting on 3 and 4. We're still tied 1-1. This is the 5th shot. Shooting on 3 and 4, Joe.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, that was the 5th shot. We're still tied 1-1. Still trash over. All right.
All right, y'all ready? Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, lane 3, I have a 5:37. Lane 4 is no time. That's gonna round Ringo Kid, unload and show clear.
All right, hands off guns. 1 and 6. Down.
One at a time.
You gonna get him that first shot there? I thought you gonna get him. He got me cold.
25 on 1.
Here we go. Come on, Bob.
Ringo Kid on 2. Big Bill's gonna be on 3. Six Killer, you gonna be on 4. Cage and Greg, you're gonna be on 5. Smoke Wagon, you're gonna be down there on 6. We need 6 volunteer hand judges.
So the 3 that are playing are Ringo Kid, 6 Killer, and Cage and Greg.
Wow.
One more.
One more. Hey,
One more. There you go.
All right, these are the last 6. We're getting down to it. 3 of them have 1X, 3 of them are clean.
All right, guys, load and make ready.
You heard it. Load and make ready.
All right, guys, everybody ready? Here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 354 on lane 1. No answer on 2. Down here on lane 3, I have a 593. No time 4, 5, or 6.
All right, guys. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I've got a 355 on lane 1. On lane 2, I have a 549. On lane 3, I have a 533. No time on 4. Down here on lane 5, I have a 554. No time on 6.
All right, hands off guns. 1 and 2 down range.
All right, we're going to wander down there and look at the target. How many hits you get on the target? He should have 2.
No hit on 1.
No hit on 1. That's going to change the score.
You'll get a ticket. You'll get a ticket.
I'd love to have a 355
Bounce back, yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 371 on lane 1. No answer on 2. No time on 3. Down here on 4, I have a 357. On 5, I have a 532 and no time on 6. How many shots is that?
That's the third shot. Our score is 2 to 1, and 2 to 0.
There we go.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter, set. All right, I got no time on 1 and 2. Down here on lane 3, I have a 5-34. 4, 5, and 6 at that time.
All right. 1 and 2. You ready? Here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Here you go. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. Put that one on the floor. Round the bullet ball. 2 to 1 and 5. There you go. Round the bullet ball. And
That's done. 1 and 6.
Next count. Give us a minute. We'll see what we got.
Could be in a high round anyway. How many got left? 5 left. Shuffle your cards. I'm doing well. 9 and Jim are out. Step in and It'd be easier to score. For you, we are going to start at 9:30.
I'll be here.
At least about. I'm good at it. I'm a little bit mobile.
Okay, Cage Greg on 3, 6 Killer on 5, 6. All right, who's on 1 and 2? Big Bill on 1. Big Bill on 1, who? Bullet Bob on 2. Cage Greg on 3. Ringo on 3, 4.
He wasn't that quick 30 years before. All right, we need 2 hand judges.
Give us hand judges up here.
No, we only need 1.
Huh? No, you need 2.
Okay, I can't tell.
Let me do this, you keep score.
Sounds good. No, we're just gonna shoot. Well, they should shoot the guy first, because it'll be weird.
No, we're gonna shoot everybody.
Wait, but it'll be weird, because we'll have an extra shot.
He's the right man. What are you gonna do?
Well, if we shoot the guy first, then we're gonna shoot the other guy before the shot's
Shoot it over with this one. You want to shoot a 5-man first? No. You 2 shoot and the 5, and we'll keep going.
Right, but then they'll get shots around 5 to 5.
Okay.
And then I'll have to go.
All right, let's shoot the 5 first. Let's shoot the 5.
She's arguing us down. It's okay. We're going to shoot the 5
Out
first.
here. She's the score. All right. 3, 4, and 5. Load and make ready.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready? You ready, Ringo? All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
5 and 4.
And note to hit on 4.
Note to hit on 4.
Everybody else now we can shoot this time.
Alright. Note to hit on 4, shot. Alright. Love that ready.
Right, I get that, but these two will be on 2 and they'll be on 4. Because I'm putting mine here. But when they shoot their first shot, because they go hard.
Alright, everybody ready?
We're ready. I'm ready. You ready?
Alright, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. Alright, I have a 507 down here on lane 1, no answer on 2, and a 511 on lane 3.
Alright, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. I got no time on lane 1. Down here on lane 2, I have a 383. No time on 3 and 4.
Alright, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, here on lane 1, I have a 597. No answer on 2. Down here on lane 3, I have a 497. No answer on 4.
Alright, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. I got no time on lane 1, but on lane 2 I have a 352. No time on 3 or 4.
Alright. Hands off, run. 1 and 2, down, run.
That's round the cage and Greg.
Round the cage and drag, okay. No hit on 2.
No hit on 2.
Way to go, Greg.
What does that do to the score?
So the score is 10-2.
Come on, Bob.
Alright, this is your 5th shot. Alright, guys, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. No time on 1. On lane 2, I have a 358. And they are tied. This was. Oh, we're going to check it?
Bullet knob. You like the pulse?
Alright, hands off, run. 1 and 2, down. No hit on 2.
That actually told us the score was big win for first. He's got 2. And that was in the 5th shot.
Pulling Bob out. Now we got 5.
Alright, we'll shoot the ball.
You hitting those no mark?
Cold.
You didn't put a wax on the you out there? Big Bill. Hey, Bill.
I just don't like it again.
Come on, Greg.
I want all my stuff to be straight.
I got stuck on this side.
But still, if they shot 2 and shot 2, I know that you're saying it doesn't matter, but if I'm thinking that out loud, it matters.
hop on this argument? Ringo on 1. Jason Greg on 2. Big Bill on 3.
What's the egg count look like?
47, 21. Everybody's got one. Jason Greg has no extra.
I got 2 hits already. You told me that one.
Hands off one,
Cajun Greg is clean, and Michelle's keeping score.
I hope Greg wins. Greg learned how to keep score. I hope he wins.
Four, 5.
All right, load and make ready.
Load them up. Make them ready. Make them ready, Freddie.
All right, guys, you ready? Line's ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. For the line. Shooters on the line. Shooter set.
Alright, move over to 2. We'll give you 1 shot. Alright, so note the hit on 2. Alright. Load if you need to. Load if you need to on 2.
Yes, indeed.
Guys, here we go. Line's ready.
All right, line's ready. Here we go. Shoot on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a no time on lane 1 with a 6:17 on lane 2.
All right, guys. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Here we go. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a no time on lane 1 with a 5:85 on lane 2.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shoot on the line. Shooter set. On lane 1 and on lane 2, that's going to be 3 points. Ryan elimination to Big Bill. Is that it? Ringo Kid, thanks for playing, buddy. Thanks for playing.
Come on, Greg.
All right, hands off guns, stand right.
All right, we're giving Cajun Greg lane choice, and he said he wants lane 2. He's going to move Bill over to lane 1. Your favorite lane.
You got a wide angle lane. Well, it was me, I want to make sure he got me back. We good? All right, load make ready.
Load make ready, man. Now, Big Bill is 1X, right? Cajun Greg is clean. So, Big Bill to win this, it's got to beat Cajun Greg twice.
Well, that's not fair. All right, gentlemen, now use the term where it is. Are you ready? Line's ready.
Here we go, shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right. Have a 590 on lane 1, no extra on lane 2. It's not like these two have never shot together.
All right, guys, here we go.
Here we go. Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. No time and no time. Score's still 1-0. Yeah, 3 winning shots right now. 3 winning shots. 1-0.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooter on the line. Shooter set. All right. I got a no time on lane 1 with a 5.68 on lane 2. Scores 1-1.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. All right, I got a 609 on lane 1. But that 558 was already there. Scores now 0-2.
All right, here we go. Line's ready.
Line's ready. Shooters on the line. Shooter set. What was that? All right, that was no shot on 1 and a 529 on lane 3. 3 shots, round elimination to Cajun Greg, who shot the Jackpot Match clean.
There you go. All right, hands out good. Damn right.
There you go, Greg.
How's that? All right. That's more better. I can eat tonight.